today. From First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio, it's Week 8 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Baker Mayfield and the Cleveland Browns taking on Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens.
It's been a wet and dreary day by the shores of Lake Erie, but we have football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cleveland Browns. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Taken in at the 3. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here's the Cleveland offense, and here's Baker Mayfield, former Heisman Trophy winner, ready to go at quarterback.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. And right away, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they're going to get the football just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line. Here comes the Ravens on offense, and the man in charge from Louisville, the former MVP, Lamar Jackson.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him to win. On the option, Jackson will keep it. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
So on 4th down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker, Justin Tucker, out onto the field. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and the Ravens strike first at 3-zip.
Browns, nothing.
Never ideal conditions in the snow for a kicker, but the first test on the opening drive, he passed it.
He certainly did. You know what the unit told me was their biggest issue playing in the snow? You just worry about something getting in your eye as the ball is snapped, and then you might miss it, and there goes 3 points off the board.
Their own 27-yard line.
Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
At the 27.
A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. 14 carries, 56 yards.
And they've got a nice scheme going right now, and they run the football pretty well. In fact, I was talking with him on the field before the game, and he said he's starting to hear from the guys ahead of him on the rushing yardage total, and they want to know if he's going to jump up there and join them at the top of the list. A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Mayfield hands to Chubb on the draw. And he's going to have a Browns 1st down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down right at
no gain on the play there. 2nd down.
on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. From the gun, Mayfield. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
A 1st down throw for Mayfield. And finding the tight end Hooper. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
On 2nd and very short, Mayfield. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
An 8-yard loss.
2 sacks last week. Another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Snags it for the pick.
Mayfield's pass intercepted by the Ravens. They'll take over.
What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll run. This is Gus Edwards. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Jordan Elliott.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Pretty darn good, as you see right there on your screen.
I'll echo that. Darn good. 2 touchdowns, right? And the ability to be in sync with each other, right? To understand that he's going to be where the quarterback expects him to be when the ball's thrown.
From the gun, Jackson. And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there. But it's going to be 2nd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball. But surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
The collegiate star here in the Buckeye State, it's J.K. Dobbins. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
8 yards. And it's 3rd down.
And they'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
4th down.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll come on to kick this one away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes, steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too, because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw it better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one.
Now Mayfield lost the football. Now the ball comes loose, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This one fielded at the 5. And able to get this out to the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
And 10.
Looking to throw on second down. Mayfield, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Peters on the coverage.
On third down, Mayfield. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be fourth down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
On fourth down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Jackson. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. Even with the nice move, can't go very far. Stop short of the 30. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
It's now
from the gun, it's Jackson. That's taken in by Duvernay. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
14. First down.
Jackson from the shotgun. Over the middle, complete. It's Andrews. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
Andrews.
That's good for 28 yards.
And a Raven first down.
Nothing the score after 1 on EA Sports.
10. Browns nothing.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Again, Jackson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. To throw again is Jackson. Open man is Duvernay. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 12-yard line. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. An option handoff here to Dobbins. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That's now consecutive 5-yard carries to pick up the first down. They'll look to run with Edwards. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Well, that's going to bring up a big call now because he's unable to make the play himself on 2nd down. Now you just have to wonder, will they keep the ball in his hands on 3rd down?
How about this Browns defense? They've held so far. This is now 3rd and goal. This time Jackson will throw it. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Touchdown.
Mark Andrews, his 4th touchdown on the year as the Ravens push further out in front. No surprise there, 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Tucker now for the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown.
Justin Tucker.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
A run for Nick Chubb.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown. So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays. But I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series, before you get out there, hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
These guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Play fake. Mayfield. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
Intercepted by the Ravens.
If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. The drive starts with a carry by Edwards. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37.
He's brought down.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Well, on the option, it's Jackson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Jackson throwing on target to Brown. 7 yards the pick up there. 3 receivers head out right, 1 to the left on 2nd and 3.
Second and 3 at the 40
from the gun. Jackson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Incomplete.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. He gets this underneath to Dobbins. And he will have a Ravens first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. That one goes for 8 yards.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. Dante Hightower on the stop.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Now it's Jackson. The Browns D locked in on 3rd down, brings up 4th.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. And this score will stay right where it is.
Nothing.
Now Nick Chubb of the Browns gets set for their next possession. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. 12 yards there and a first down.
There's so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
25-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and
on the carry, it's Chubb. And he's going to be down close to a first down at the Ravens' 20-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
1st and 10 at the 20.
From the red zone now, Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Well, I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
And he's got it. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
I like the fact that they didn't overcomplicate things on that call. 3rd and 2. Just run the quick little hitch, which they did. Ball's out of quarterback's hands. And yes, indeed, they pick up the first down.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
Michael Badgley on for the extra point. And it's 17-7. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it's capped off by the Browns touchdown.
Browns 7.
So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The football back over to Baltimore and J.K. Dobbins. A good job in the passing game. Decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Jackson looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete.
Jackson's pass.
They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore 1st down.
14. 1st down.
Throwing is Jackson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Jackson will throw again. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Williams loses the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
So the challenge comes in inside of 2 minutes, and it gets overturned.
And it changes the whole format of what's about to happen because both sides had thought a certain call had been made. Now
he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Mack Wilson. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. That's now a 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. The Cleveland offense ready to go. A new life now following the late turnover. Maybe a chance for points here before the break.
Yeah, pretty nice situation they find themselves in because they're really maybe one completion away from giving their kicker a shot, and that gives them a chance to get some points up on the board.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. Looking to throw again on second down. Mayfield. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
He was covered by Patrick.
Here's Mayfield. And he comes back with one complete. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. First down, Mayfield. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The catch and run there, good for 16 in the first.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Mayfield.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Peoples-Jones. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 16-yard line.
Mayfield trying to get him up to the line as fast as he can. To throw again on second down.
Mayfield's pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 1.
Mayfield with it once more. That's complete right around the 8. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. And again, it's Mayfield. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the league here in the unofficial midway point, Week 8 of the NFL season. We'll get started up at Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. And it's the Bengals who are out in front as those two head towards the break. Tyler Boyd, a touchdown reception. Next, we'll head over to check on the Giants at home at MetLife Stadium. And that game level as they take on the visiting Arizona Cardinals. Lastly, let's motor up to the Motor City. See what's happening with the Lions at home at Ford Field. And they are in a tight one, all tied with the visiting Minnesota Vikings. In the game you're watching, we've seen a strong first half out of Lamar Jackson. His guys lead it by 10 as we send it back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. Gentlemen.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say we want to get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the third quarter. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Another run here with Dobbins. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
Basketball carrier. He's taken down at the 33-yard line. A gain of 7 yards.
On third down, here's Edwards. And he will have a first down here at about the 40.
Edwards, the ball carrier. He's tackled at the 40-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. He's still on his feet. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Offense.
Orlando Brown guilty of the infraction there. And now Jackson will look to throw it. And this is incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and long.
From the gun, Jackson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
To Devin Duvernay. 5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Operating from the gun, Jackson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Edwards now on 1st and 10. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Jackson, he's going to keep it himself. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And finally marked down at the 23. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
They'll run on first down. Edwards. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
The tackle by Sione Takitaki. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and
They'll run the option left.
17-yard.
He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
Tackle made at the 16-yard line. It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
From the gun, Jackson. He gets it to Brown, complete. And the Ravens are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Jackson operating from the gun. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Ravens will add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. and they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Makes the score.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. From the 6. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Ravens.
Recovered by the kicking team.
Oftentimes when we talk about piling on in any subject, it's a negative. In this case, for this team, it's a real positive. Just scored. Now they go down, knock the ball free, get it back. They got a chance to really increase their lead and put themselves in the driver's seat.
On the other side, a little insult added to the injury. They're in a bad spot. They'll start out here with the option left. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. A good chunk on the ground on the keeper, 17 yards, first down.
It looked like almost a miscommunication defensively because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball. But the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
It was covered by Denzel Ward.
Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Now they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore.
To number 88.
A 5-yard touchdown. And the Ravens will extend their lead. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Tucker now to add the point after.
The extra point.
And the lead is now 24. So that drive, 4 plays. And it's capped off by the Baltimore score.
7.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Takes it at the 7. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the ground, it's Chubb. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the gun, Mayfield. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line.
I don't know how well our microphones are picking it up for those of you at home, but Charles, you and I can hear it. A lot of groans right now coming from this crowd.
I don't know if we're picking up what's happening in the stadium or from the people who are supporting this team at home, because it's coming through loud and clear to you and me. This offense, they've been stuck in neutral much of the game. And on that last play, they actually went in reverse. I think this crowd would have liked neutral, don't you?
Yeah, neutral would have strongly been preferred. They'll take anything positive at this point.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
A.J. Epinesa. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner. And I don't think, with 3 scores down in the third quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll kick it away for the second time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Shrugs him off.
A nice return that time of about 14 yards.
And the Ravens, they'll take over. This Ravens offense heads back out there, led by Lamar Jackson. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the first quarter, good second quarter, and now continuing that here in the third.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
Yeah, been a good leadership and a good distributor.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. Not much there, only a yard.
To J.K. Dobbins.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Throwing again on second down. Jackson. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete.
Jackson's pass.
And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 17-yard line.
First down, Baltimore.
Jackson going to look to do it himself.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
Jackson's going to keep it.
And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
He kept it in his hands and tried to push it across the goal line himself, but the defensive front wouldn't allow him to do so, bringing up second down and a bit farther.
Second and goal from the 6 this time. From the gun, Jackson. Got a man, it's caught. For a Ravens touchdown.
To number 88.
From 6 yards away. And this offense is running away with this one.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Now Tucker to add the PAT.
Extra point.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Browns drive about to get started. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
A first carry here for J.J. Taylor.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. And we're back now here in Cleveland. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. The Browns on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And the throw there going to be incomplete. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. He finds Beckham complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Working out of the gun, Mayfield.
They'll drop this down to Taylor.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets it down to the 32. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. And finding the tight end Hooper.
Complete.
5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
5. Brings up 2nd and 5. At the
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham.
And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. First down, Cleveland, Mayfield to Beckham.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31.
Justin Madubuike
able to record his 5th sack of the season.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. Mayfield to throw it. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
A big loss on the play.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. And this is going to be incomplete. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th. And we've seen them do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 42. He'll start with a handoff to Dobbins. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line.
He was
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll go again with Dobbins. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Dobbins, the ball carrier.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
3rd down.
Now a handoff, Edwards. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
A 1st down throw for Mayfield. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Mason. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 39-yard line.
To throw, Mayfield. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Mayfield. They set up the screen to Chubb. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
At the
Mayfield down.
7-yard line.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 36.
Browns. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Mayfield on 1st down.
caught left side. It's Beckham. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
First down.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Another try after the first down sack. Mayfield, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. 3rd and long for Mayfield. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. On 2nd down now, Haywood. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 3rd down, here's Dobbins. And he's going to get the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 22. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
Right back to Dobbins on 1st. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. Tackled by Jordan Elliott.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for Baltimore, they close out this first half at a very solid 6-2. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Browns, The loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.